We should go to other countries of interest with humanitarian hearts, and there are many of them that want to do this, and build various domains that will ultimately be occupied by the 1.8 million Palestinians living in Gaza, ending the death and destruction and, frankly, bad luck. This can be paid for by neighboring countries of great wealth. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 12. It could be numerous sites, or it could be one large site. But the people will be able to live in comfort and peace.
Well, joining me now in the studio is Ambassador Husam Zomlot, head of the Palestinian mission to the United Kingdom. What did you think when you heard those words?
It just tells you all you need to know for the last 100 years. This is about the erasure of Palestine, and the center of that erasure is the ethnic cleansing. It happened already in the events of 1947-48. Israel, the Zionist militias at the time, before the establishment of Israel, has managed to ethnically cleanse 2/3 of the Palestinian people. 80% of the population in Gaza are refugees, originally ethnically cleansed from these towns and homes of what became Israel later. And regrettably, what we heard yesterday was a full-fledged support of that Israeli plan that is very well manifested by Netanyahu for the erasure of Palestine. But it took Israel that ethnic cleansing in 1948, the military occupation of 1967, the colonization and the theft of land, and the system of oppression and apartheid, and all the way to the genocide in Gaza. Yet the people of Gaza and the people of Palestine, our people, did not leave their homes. So if they have been tested via genocide and they remained on their home, that sideshow in Washington will not change the course of history. Palestinians on their land, in their homes, and we shall remain.
Without going back through all of the wars that have led us to this point now, and of course also the fact that Israel denies what is happening in Gaza as genocide, that's something obviously you feel very differently about. Do you feel that Trump's words mean the end of any possible two-state solution, which for so long has been the best hope of the Palestinians?
But hang on there, that I feel differently about what Israel believes about the genocide. It's not me feeling. It's not me accusing. This is a clear verdict by the International Court of Justice that the South Africa case against Israel of committing genocide.
That was about war crimes.
Yeah, okay, so you expect war criminals in Israel to admit their war crimes? Or we need to listen to the ICC that issued an arrest warrant against Netanyahu? So better the media start describing Netanyahu as the internationally wanted Benjamin Netanyahu. So this is not about Palestinians feeling it was genocide. This is about international judicial system saying it's genocide. So they did the genocide, yet the people remain. That's the point. So if you were able to mass kill, mass murder, mass destroy, Gaza is a wasteland, yet people, and you saw the hundreds of thousands marching back to their homes. So no force on earth can remove the Palestinians from our homes. That's the point I'm trying to make. And the Palestinian government, the state of Palestine, has all the plans ready to rebuild our homes, our farms, our livelihoods. Everything is on the borders. We have the relationship with the region and the international community. There will be an international conference in Egypt. Egypt will give us all the help possible, so will the rest of the world. So that's the future, and the future has got to do with your question about the two-state solution.
Indeed.
The future is about the international consensus. The future is about the inalienable rights of the Palestinian people. That's ending the occupation. That's establishing a state of Palestine with Jerusalem as its capital. That is the right of return of the Palestinian people to their homes. And can I stress the right of return? If people from Gaza will go anywhere later, it will be back to their original homes inside the 48 areas, not anywhere else. We only have one homeland, that is Palestine.
But how do you feel then that a man that you accuse of these things, as you say, that the International Criminal Court is also accused, is up there standing next to Donald Trump, and there is nobody there standing next to him representing the Palestinians? Where is Mahmoud Abbas in this new American government?
That tells you the very one-sided approach of President Trump. And, adopting everything that Netanyahu and the far-right fanatical elements within the Israeli political system and society, including Smotrich. It's very regrettable that the US brings itself to this level. It's very regrettable that this is no longer just about Gaza. This is the rule of the jungle. Gaza was the last episode. He wants to take over Canada, Panama, Greenland. This is We are watching the global order being burnt. I think our global order is being collapsed.
Do you think what he said is like what happened with Mexico and Canada in a sense? Is it grandstanding? Is it it's an opening gambit in a deal and he's saying it to get a reaction? Or do you think he really believes what he's saying?
It doesn't matter. He now has just thrown it. This is the president of the US. Thrown it and normalized the conversation. Normalized the idea of ethnic cleansing. Normalized the idea of mass expulsion of people from their homes. Normalized the idea that you can literally erase entire nations. This is very dangerous and it will go far beyond Palestine. And I'll tell you, we have the international community, including the UK, has a lot to think about because the world has allowed this to fester, has allowed Israel and the Netanyahus and the Smotriches and the Ben-Gvirs and all the situation and those fallacies who dreaming of literally replacing an entire nation to fester to an extent that they have purchased now in the White House. And because of the history of the UK, Great Britain, that this whole thing started here and the Balfour Declaration and promising our land without consulting us and turning us into minorities. And the erasure of the Palestinian people began in 1917 here. I believe the UK has a historic role to play.
Do you feel reassured by the comments that we've heard from the Prime Minister in Prime Minister's Questions and also from the Foreign Minister David Lammy today, standing up for the Palestinians and the right of the Palestinians to exist in a two-state solution?
Yes, I do. And it was firm, it was clear, it was blunt, but statements are not enough. This is now about action. We need action, and the UK has a lot up its sleeves in terms of action to correct that gravest injustice it has inflicted on us and has led to 100 years of wars. We need the recognition of the state of Palestine immediately. Mr. Starmer, don't wait one more day. Otherwise, you see what's the alternative. The alternative is global wars that will emanate from Palestine. We need sanctions and all these illegalities, so we provide disincentives because Netanyahu's real aim is the West Bank. And you have heard President Trump yesterday saying that in 4 weeks, he will issue a new definition of the West Bank. They're pushing for him to accept the annexation of the West Bank. There is the issue of the ICC and the accountability and upholding the arrest warrant. There is the issue of arms embargo. We need actions now, and we need the UK to lead international efforts. And we have regional partners, including Saudi Arabia, that will convene an international peace conference. We need the UK to lead international efforts to implement the two-state solution rather than talk about it. We have a Palestinian government ready to do so. The state of Palestine represents the unity of our people, of our land, the West Bank and Gaza, and of our political system. Everything is there except Mr. Netanyahu and Mr. Trump. But the rest of the world is absolutely capable and has the energy and the legitimacy to defend Gaza, defend Palestine, and defend our international order. Otherwise, it is the rule of the jungle. I'll tell you, what Mr. Trump has done yesterday is giving everybody a cause of fear about their own future, their own children. This isn't just about Gaza. Can you imagine a world where you can just go and claim ownership of a territory? I mean, a real estate developer wants to go and claim ownership. Where does it stop? They will go next to the West Bank. After the West Bank, they will go to Greenland, and God knows where it will end. And guess what? Others are watching. Others are watching. Everybody is watching. And everybody who has a claim into something, agreed into something, will take the opportunity. So this is a moment of historic proportions where we need international leadership. And the United Kingdom is uniquely positioned now with a very fresh elections, fresh mandate, fresh government, clear values to actually do its part, take its responsibility, and say enough is enough. Because Israel needs a friend right now, and a friend does not push Israel off a cliff. A friend will tell Israel, this is a time when you quit your occupation, end this colonization, and the Palestinian people have the inalienable right of self-determination and return.
Husam Zomlot, the Palestinian ambassador to the UK, very good to talk to you. Thank you very much for coming in and giving us your view on President Trump's comments last night.